Hello, welcome to today's class. We're going to start this class with a game. You are going to take these 4 English words and make an English sentence out of it. You have see, time, next, you. Take notes, the sentence you are going to form should be a correct sentence. You have 10 seconds. Okay, let's see if you have gotten it right. Did you say time, next, you see? That's not correct. You next time see? That's also not correct. See you next time? Yes, that's correct. See you next time is the correct English sentence. Now, put these numbers into a number sentence using addition or subtraction to make a number close to 100. The same way you use those English words, I want you to combine these words using addition or subtraction, or you can use only addition to form a number that is close to 100. Hint, you could add the first 2 and subtract the last one, or you could add the last 2 and subtract the first one, but the result should be 100 or a number close to 100. You have 30 seconds. Okay, now let's see if you got it. If you started with the first 2 numbers, you have 30 plus 45. That will give us 75. 75 plus 85 will give us 160. That's way more than 100. So it's not correct. Let's start with the last 2. So if you said 45 plus 85, that will give us 130. Now if you subtract 30 from it, it will be exactly 100. So the second combination is the correct one. So the number sentence here will be 45 plus 85 minus 30 is equal to 100. Now take note that a number sentence is a combination of numbers and mathematical operations. Sometimes it could be a combination of numbers, variables, and mathematical operations. Now I want you to take these 3 numbers also and form a number sentence out of them, forming a number close to 100 or exactly 100. You have 10, 40, and 75. You also have 30 seconds. Okay, now let's see if you got it. If you started with the first 2 numbers, 10 plus 40, it will give us 50. 50 plus 75 will give us 125. That's more than 100. Let's start with the last 2. We have 40 plus 75. That will give us 115. Now if you subtract the first one, that's 115 minus 10 will give us 105. That's closer to 100. So the number sentence for these 3 numbers will be 40 plus 75 minus 10 will be equal to 105. In our last class, we learned how to find the missing number in an open sentence by using the number line. In this lesson, we'll be learning how to find the missing number without using a number line. Recall that we use the number line to find the missing number. For example, if you have 2 plus x is equal to 12, you can use the number line to find the missing number. For example, one strategy is if you have 2 plus x is equal to 12, You can circle the result, which is 12. Then you go back to the addition sum. You have 2. Now you're asking yourself, how many steps are you taking from 2 to get to 12? So you move forward since it's addition. Now, if you count, you're going to realize it's 10. So the missing number is 10. If it's subtraction, you have 15 minus f is equal to 6. You go to the answer. The answer is 6. You circle 6. Then you go to the subtraction part. The subtraction is 15. Now, since it's subtraction, you're moving backward from 15. How many steps will you take from 15 to get back to 6? So if you count, you're going to realize it's 9. So the missing number here is 9. But in this lesson, we'll not be using the number line. So stay tuned as we learn another strategy in finding the missing number in an open sentence. We can find the missing number in an open sentence by using the opposite operation or the inverse operation. The opposite operation reverses or undoes the effect of the other operation. Subtraction is the opposite operation for addition. Likewise, addition is the opposite operation for subtraction. So if we're looking for the missing number in an addition sum, we subtract. And if we're looking for the missing number in a subtraction sum, we can either add or subtract. Before we continue, let's take note of some certain things. Number 1, when two numbers of the same value subtract themselves, the result is 0. Note also that when you switch the position of the numbers, the result is the same. For example, if you have 5 minus 5, the answer is 0. Even when you switch the values, like you have minus 5 plus 5, the answer will still be 0. Also, x minus x is 0. If you switch the positions like minus x plus x, the answer is still 0. Secondly, when you want to find the missing value in an equation, try to make the unknown to be on one side of the equation. It could either be on the left or on the right hand side of the equation. We can achieve that through many methods. One method is by collecting like terms. Another method is one I'm teaching you today by applying the opposite operation. For example, if you have f minus 10 is equal to 35. In this case, f is in front. When f is at the middle, the method to apply is different. In order to eliminate the unknown from one side of the equation, you can still use the unknown to add to both sides before you continue with the solving. Let's look at these 5 examples before we round up this topic. Okay, number 1. Y plus 5 is equal to 9. In this question, we're asking what will you add to 5 that will give you 9. Now we said one method is to use the opposite operation. Now the opposite operation of plus is minus. So when you subtract 5 from both sides, 5 will be eliminated from the left hand side of the equation. Now, take note also that whatever you do to one side of the equation, you should do to the other side. So we are subtracting 5 from both sides. So you have y plus 5 minus 5 is equal to 9 minus 5. Why did we use minus 5? We are trying to eliminate 5 from the left hand side of the equation. So like I said, 5 minus 5 is 0. So in this question, 5 minus 5 has become 0. So on the left hand side we have y. So y is equal to 9 minus 5. And 9 minus 5 is 4. So the missing number is 4. Before we continue, let us check if our answer is correct. If 4 is the missing number, so we have 4 plus 5 is equal to 9. So 9 is equal to 9. Let's move over to subtraction. If you have 20 minus y is equal to 15. Now, the first thing to do is to try to make the unknown to stand alone on one side of the equation. This question is saying what number is subtracted from 20 that give us 15. Now, I said the opposite operation of subtraction is addition. Now, we are subtracting, we have 20 minus y is equal to 15. To eliminate y from the left hand side, let's add y to both sides. We have 20 minus y plus y is equal to 15 plus y. Now minus y plus y is 0. So on the left hand side we have 20 is equal to 15 plus y. Now the unknown is on the right hand side. What are we going to do to make it stand alone? Let's use the opposite operation, which is subtraction. So when we subtract 15 from both sides, y will stand alone. So we have 20 minus 15 is equal to 15 plus y minus 15. So on the right hand side, we have 15 minus 15 will be 0. So we now have 5 is equal to y. So the unknown is 5. So let's check our answer. Since 5 is the unknown, we have 20 minus 5 is equal to 15. Now let's have another example. We have f minus 10 is equal to 35. One of our notes said that we should use the opposite operation. Now we have subtraction. The opposite operation is addition. So if we add 10 to both sides, f will stand alone on the left hand side. So we have f minus 10 plus 10 is equal to 35 plus 10. Minus 10 plus 10 is 0. So on the left hand side we are left with f. So on the right hand side, 35 plus 10 is equal to 45. So let's confirm our answer. 45 minus 10 is equal to 35. That means the answer is correct. Let's take one more. We have 10 minus x is equal to 7. This question is saying what number subtracted by 10 will give us 7. I want you to take note. On the left hand side, we have 10 minus x. In order to make x to stand alone, we can subtract 10 from both sides. But if you subtract 10 from both sides, on the right hand side, we're going to have 7 minus 10, which it will give us a negative. So first of all, let us take x to the other side. We can do that by adding x to both sides. We have 10 minus x plus x is equal to 7 plus x. So minus x plus x on the left hand side will become 0. So we're left with 10. So 10 is equal to 7 plus x. Now x is on the right hand side. What can we do to make it stand alone? Subtract both sides by 7. So 10 minus 7 is equal to 7 plus x minus 7. So 10 minus 7 is equal to 3. So 3 is equal to x. So the unknown is 3. Now let's check our work. 10 minus 3 is equal to 7. Finally, x plus 5 is equal to 15. Now this is an addition sum. What are we going to add to 5 to give us 15? X plus 5 is equal to 15. So let us use the opposite operation. Now the opposite operation here is minus. So when we subtract 5 from both sides, we get our answer. So we have x plus 5 minus 5 is equal to 15 minus 5. So 5 minus 5 is equal to 0. So we have x is equal to 15 minus 5 is equal to 10. So the unknown is 10. Take these examples and practice on your own. At the end of this lesson, we've learned how to find the missing number in an open number sentence by using the opposite operation. We've also learned that collecting like terms is one way to make the unknown stand alone. Another way is to apply the opposite operation. Stick around for more interesting lessons.